Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another stream. We are doing Breaking Point Part 4 once again. We're playing as Casper Ackerman, as some of you might have seen in last stream. So now we are not a rookie, but the old pro, the grumpy old Dutch man. So let's see what we have to do. We have our teammate Aiden Jackson now, the guy we were playing as last couple of races. The new internet sensation. I tried tweaking the sound settings a little, so maybe you guys should be able to hear me better now compared to the in-game sounds. Don't know for sure if it works yet, but we will see. Hey Noah, welcome to the stream. So let's go to the next chapter, and if you guys can't hear me good enough, or you guys can't hear the volume of the game, then just tell me, I will try to fix it. So chapter 8, looking to bounce back after the frustrations of the Australian Grand Prix, Casper Ackerman and Williams are eager to find stability in Sakhir. But as the race goes on, it becomes clear that the tyre wear is reaching critical levels. It's mid-race of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now before we get into this, before we advance into the race, I have to say something else. Maybe you guys will see it, it's quite obvious once I start the race, but I tweaked the camera settings because I just found out like half an hour ago that I can go half a second quicker each lap with different camera settings because I'll feel way more confident with this. So it will look weird for you guys maybe, so tell me what you think about the camera settings and I might change it back, I might keep it this way.
I'm losing grip.
Understood. Can you box next lap, Casper? Box next lap.
No, I need to come in now. It's quite bad.
We've got Aiden coming in now. Just hold out one more lap, please, Casper.
Isn't he a lap down?
Yes, he's on a different strategy, though.
Haven't I got priority?
He's boxing now. Please hold off, Casper.
Fine. No, I'm all over the place here. I'm coming in now. Must have been pretty urgent for Aiden, huh?
Please be patient, Casper.
There goes another place. And another. Okay, let's go, let's go.
Okay, that wasn't ideal. Let's see if you can get a few places back, please, Casper.
I'm on it.
So as you guys can see, the team favors Aiden Jackson once again. And as you now can see, the camera settings are different. You can't see my helmet anymore. You can only see the steering wheel and I'm way more up front of the car. We are looking down way more. So let's see if we can drive quicker than normally with these settings. We have a lot of ERS to play with. Because of that double stack we lost a lot of ground. And we have to finish 8th position or above. Up behind Alonso now. On the softs. in the slipstream. We are going to try it around the outside. He has the superior grip, of course. Leave him the space, but he gives up. Now he has the DRS, but I think he's too far away. So we're going to take the normal racing line. Mazepin in front of us now. Goes out of the way. Blue flags, of course. Now let's chase after Ricciardo. Don't know what he is doing so far down the order in a McLaren, even though Lando Norris is also behind us. So maybe it's just a strategy of the McLarens. DRS open, we're going to turn on the ERS around the outside, leave him the space to work with, and we get the position. Now we are chasing after Yuki Tsunoda. ERS open, but we want to stay behind. He brakes quite early. There is our teammate Aiden Jackson. So let's go past Yuki Tsunoda with the help of the DRS now. Save some ERS, go back to racing line. Big battle up ahead between Perez, our teammate Jackson, and Ocon. Our teammate is really slow off that corner, so we are going to send it down the inside. Let's just go quite easily, but I don't know why Ocon is so slow there. Maybe our teammate has a problem. He wasn't in the battle, he just let them pass. I don't know why Ocon is so slow though. Almost spun around, but we managed to catch the car. Behind Ocon, we're going to send it down the outside. And we accidentally, well, we gave him enough space, but he wanted more, I think. He touched our rear tire and spun himself around, but we are still in the race, so we are just going to move on behind Perez now. Little bit of wheel spin, it's all good. In the slipstream, DRS open. Down the inside. Late on the brakes, park it on the apex. Textbook move, but the acceleration was a little bit too much. Gave us wheel spin, and now Perez is coming back at us. With his DRS, of course. And he just brake checks us. I don't know if he have any damage, I just want to look that back. Yeah, he just braked way too early. So we are going to send it down the inside again. Leave him the space. And we have to move. So now we're going to try to chase after Sainz. Carlos. Don't think that will happen though, the overtake. He is on hard, so we might be able to. But I don't think we will. We are playing this on the hardest difficulty, by the way. I can't set it any higher, so that's annoying, because I'm making the goals quite easily, so I'm trying to make it harder for myself by catching cars that aren't really the objective. And that's why the story may seem kind of weird, because normally you should struggle behind, for example, Yuki Tsunoda, and like overtake him in the last lap or something, but it's all good. We got it. So good. We are catching signs at a rapid rate, but it will not be enough to overtake him on the last lap. Speaking of the last lap, we're getting into it now.
This is your final lap.
So let's try to get the fastest lap of the race. Again, the car twitched. So that's the sign that you're pushing really hard. Wasn't enough, but we got P6, so objective completed.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
An interesting little encounter between Ackerman and Jackson in the pit lane, and might that cause more friction behind the scenes?
Ackerman sounded pretty angry on the radio, didn't he? Told to box the next lap, but he came in anyway. That's not the decision of a man thinking clearly. Is he bringing his personal grievances onto the track? I think he could be.
They denied each other a significant number of points last season, and if today's anything to go by, those issues look like continuing. After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
Podium, same as always, the same 4 people. It's always 3 of the 4, so I'm going to skip the podium celebration once again.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours.
Congratulations on a tough race today, Casper. To all of us watching, it seemed as if there was some sort of clash in pitting strategy. Can you talk us through it?
I think this one's the better one.
Well, it's unfortunate, but these things happen. I felt the tires begin to go off and realized I needed to come in. It was a calculated risk. There's not much else to say. I pulled it back and finished the race, so no harm done.
So the problem we all witnessed today was a team call, and not a sign of continuing tensions again this season between you and Aiden Jackson.
Thank you, Lars. I think this is
No,
the better
everything's fine.
answer to the
Today
question
was
once
just
again.
an issue with 2 competing strategies that caused an unfortunate clash. Yeah, Aiden and I had our problems last season, but that was then. This is now. Why do you ask?
Well, you seemed angry on the radio with your team. People are asking if that's an indicator of a deeper issue behind the scenes. What would you say to that?
Just
Well,
adrenaline.
there's nothing to be concerned about. It's just adrenaline. You're in the middle of the race, you get hot. I can't even remember what I said. If it was, colorful, then I'm sure we'll all be laughing about it later.
Thank you for your time.
So that was the race. While the incident in the pits may have cost Ackerman some places, he managed to claw them back and deliver a respectable finish for himself and Williams at the Bahrain Grand Prix.
I just don't get it, Zoe. Gets to pit ahead of me, and they give his car the only new power unit last season. And he gets to go out behind me in qualify. This kid is the new #1 driver.
I don't believe that to be true.
But then why does he get paid more?
You're still upset about that.
No. Well, I don't know, maybe. I just wish I never found out.
It's not the money, though, is it?
I'm old.
You're not old.
This again, I am old. For a driver, I'm old.
Come on, this is your last season. You said you'd make it count.
I still need to tell them.
When will you?
Soon.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, forget about Jackson.
Okay.
And stop playing the victim. It doesn't suit you.
All right, okay.
It's Zandvoort next, remember? Everyone's gonna be rooting for you. Be the guy they love. And hey.
What?
Be the guy I love.
That's cute. Did you come up with that yourself?
I'm a natural born charmer.
Verstappen's got nothing on me.
You had to ruin it.
So that's a cute little cutscene, and I can already feel quite connected with Casper Ackerman, because I always make the joke that I'm getting old, so maybe some people in the chat will know what I'm talking about. I can connect with him on a deep level. But he is going to retire at the end of this season, apparently. We got a reward, so let's claim that XP. And he is Dutch, as you can see on his helmet at the bottom left of the screen. So that means that we are playing as a Dutchman. And since I'm a Dutchman, that will mean that Zandvoort will really be my home Grand Prix. Which I think is kind of funny. Chapter 9. Mechanical failures and team strategies frustrations have impacted Ackerman's early races this season. With the grid now heading to Zandvoort, the Ackerman's native country of the Netherlands, he hopes that a return home will be the panacea to his recent struggles. What a words. So those are the emails. I don't really want to read them. If you want to, you can just pause the screen. But now our wife Zoe is calling us.
Zoe.
Daddy!
Hey, Lils. What have you been doing today?
I drew a picture.
Yeah? What's it a picture of?
It's a secret.
Okay. Well, maybe you'll show it to me later.
Maybe. Will you win today, Daddy?
I hope so, Lils. Hey, can I ask you a question?
What's the question?
Who's your favorite racing driver?
You are.
Yeah, just checking. Can I speak to Mommy now?
No.
Okay.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Lily.
So that was our daughter. I don't think there will be another call. I'll wait for a couple of seconds. Nah, there won't be another call. So we are going to head into the race. With family in the crowd, Casper Ackerman looks to a familiar track to turn around his fortunes. I have to say, I don't really drive around Zandvoort. I'm not good at this circuit. So there might be a lot of flashbacks. I'll try to be careful and not push too hard, but I'm not good at this track.
Hello and welcome to Zandvoort for another round of Formula One action.
Really? That's all? I think the commentary is bugged.
Zandvoort circuit, 14 corners,
That was
10 to the
weird.
right and
Okay.
4 to the left, with plenty of steep camber and elevation changes to keep our drivers on their toes throughout a 2.6-mile lap. And so here we are, Zandvoort. If there's one thing you can guarantee, it's the incredible atmosphere these Dutch fans provide. The sea of orange shirts as much a part of the Grand Prix as the track itself. Max Verstappen, always a home favourite, but in the midfield, all eyes on Williams' Casper Ackermann. He'll be looking to turn around a poor patch of form, and what better time to do it than right here, in front of his home crowd. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Leclerc, Sergio Perez and Bottas, Sainz, Ackermann, Fernando Alonso and Daniel Ricciardo, Gasly, Jackson, Esteban Ocon and Tsunoda, Butler, Stroll, Mick Schumacher and Kimi Raikkonen, Giovinazzi and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
The crowd's all behind you today, Cass. Let's use that momentum and see what you can do out there.
So our fellow Dutchman, Max Verstappen, on pole position in front of his home crowd. He will be delighted with that performance. I think we are going to go with increased downforce. Once again, don't really want to spend time on a good setup. I really want to be busy with them. I just want to drive and make a strategy. I think the strategy is fine as it is. We want to start on mediums. Don't know what the goal is yet, but we are in the points already, so we probably want to make up some positions. So let's start the race. Up in P8, our goal is to finish on the podium, so P3 or higher. And away we go. Oh, I had a big snap of a wheel spin there, so big snap of oversteer on the straight, which is not ideal. The curbs here want to kill you as soon as you touch them. So we try to not touch the curb this time. Leave the space on the outside for Alonso. A lot of people on the mediums. On the outside of that camber. Behind Sainz, the guy we couldn't catch last race. The AI is really strong in this corner. I don't know why they haven't fixed that yet. Well, he did some tweaking, but the AI is just way too strong around that corner. I can keep up with them on this difficulty, but normally they are really strong there. Because for some reason, the hardest difficulty in this story mode kind of thing isn't the highest difficulty in the game, which I think is kind of weird. I can't see the line when I'm behind Sainz. Oh my god, they brake in that last corner. Okay. So up behind Perez now.
Brilliant. Nice move.
They don't want to send it down the inside, but he just was braking really early. Go deep in the camera and then cut back. Oh, I was braking onto that curb and the rears just wanted to kill me. But as you guys can see, this track, I'm really not good at it. Max Verstappen and Hamilton are just pulling away. I don't know why Bottas is this far down the order. As soon as I shift up, the car wants to kill me. Okay, Bottas just cut us off there. I don't know if you have any damage.
Say that again, we're having trouble receiving.
I hate that so much. I turned off the ERS as well.
There's static over the radio, say again.
Didn't even say anything yet. You can't do more than 2 things on this track at once. I'll just make this corner and then on a little straight I'll ask him if we have any damage.
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Okay, so we don't have any damage, because that's the indication that you don't have any damage. Otherwise he would say like you have left front wing damage, for example. The Bottas already almost took us out of the race with that dumb cutting across us. Now the DRS is activated in the race, so we might be able to catch up a little to Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton in front. Around the outside of Leclerc. We're going to sand it on Norris,
We're leading our teammate by 5.6
who went defensive, leave the space on the inside. And we just completely do him around the outside. Up into 3rd position, so already objective completed, but still 14 laps to go. We still have to go into the pits and we can still crash, so still have to be careful.
Gap to car in front is 3.8 seconds.
For now we are driving a purple first sector. Courtesy of the DRS and ERS usage. So let's try to get that fastest lap.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
The team wants to give us a new strategy, so we are going to look in a second. They want us to continue on this set of mediums for another lap until we go into the softs. So I'm going to deny that because I know the softs are really good. Noah has to go, so see you later, Noah. Have a great day. I don't know if we are catching the car ahead. So let's ask what his lap times were.
Hamilton is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 3.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 5 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:14.2. You're closing by 0.4 per lap.
4 tenths a lap. It's around 3 seconds. So let's say, what is that? If you want to get into the DRS, it will go quicker. We are going quicker and quicker, which is weird because we're not really using that much ERS.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
We might even try to go for a win. We have the same strategy, so... Oh, maybe that's why they wanted us to continue 1 lap on. Because then we can overcut them and we don't have to really fight them on track. That's a good idea, I might do that. What do you guys think? Should we battle them on track or should we battle them strategically? Place it in chat. I have only 2 laps remaining, so hurry up, make a choice. Do you guys want to see a battle or do you guys want me to just play strategically?
The car behind has started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form.
Jeff, it's 8 seconds already. What do you mean? Starting to drop off. Into the DRS of Hamilton now. I'm not going to try it quite yet.
Now. We're boxing this lap.
I'll just pit when they pit and I'll just have a battle because I don't see any answers in chat yet. Unless they come in this lap. Oh, yeah, the answers come in this lap. That's what I mean. I'll try to make it entertaining. We completed our objective anyway, so let's see if we can have a good battle with them. We are obviously way faster than the people behind us. Okay, yeah, they're coming in. So are we. We touched a little with Hamilton because he was going really slow and just blocked it in the camber. Getting held up by Verstappen and Hamilton. Now in traffic.
Aiden is in the pits. Aiden in the pits.
They are still, we are still behind Hamilton, but now Hamilton is behind Ocon and Verstappen is getting away. really quickly because we are now behind old medium runners. So we have to catch up really quickly to Verstappen, otherwise the win of the race is just gone. This is what I meant, we can overtake them strategically. If he would have driven on one more lap, he wouldn't have had this traffic and we would be in front of them in the next lap. But this is way more fun to do, so you can already just see Verstappen getting away because of Ocon, and we just caught up to Hamilton really easily. So let's go around the outside of these two and now chase after Max Verstappen. Bye Lars, have a great day, and thanks for the good luck wishes. Going purple, 2 seconds behind Verstappen, 2.5. You can just see what I mean with saying that the AI is really strong through that corner. Accidentally went down to second gear and that just shook our car to the side. So now over here, going back and then staying in third gear. That's way better. 2.5 seconds behind Verstappen. We are Hamilton is keeping up with us, so we are towing him along. This is probably going to be another fastest lap of the race. Yes, it is.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
So it means that we are, in fact, catching Max Verstappen. Really pushing it now. Only a couple laps remaining. Had a bit of oversteer there. I'm really pushing the car. Can't believe we are fighting for a win in a Williams. And we are putting fastest lap after fastest lap. Let's try to keep up with him and then we'll overtake him on the main straight. Yeah, the AI is insane in that corner. I don't know what to say. Like, it's not that I'm bad in that, well, I'm not good, but it's not that I'm that bad or something, because other people can't seem to keep up with the AI as well. They already nerfed the AI once in that corner, but they're still so OP. We're on a little bit wide, but no worries. Behind Verstappen, ERS open, DRS open. On the outside, but I think we'll just, yeah, we will be able to just take the normal racing line. And we actually pulled away from Hamilton. So let's see if we can do the same thing to Verstappen. So we can have a easy win on Zandvoort. From P8 to P1. Let's see if we can hang on to this result. And I've thought about bringing another series back, by the way. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you guys remember the... well, some of you might remember. Mike PK F1. That's my little brother. We played co-op career mode a while back. Don't exactly know when. Maybe a month or 2, 3. Don't know. I can't speak and take those curbs at the same time. They want to kill you. But I was thinking there is also a versus career mode, and then you guys can follow along with my upgrading process. And I don't know if you can transfer to different teams. I think you can. But then we can just
Pulling out a second lap on the car behind.
Jeff, I'm talking. But then we can just get the AI on quite a high level and just compete with the AI and each other in different teams and upgrade the cars of those different teams and just see how it goes. Would you guys like to see something like that? Because I think my brother is down to do that. I can just live stream those races. Don't know if he will be able to talk. Don't know if he's comfortable with it. He doesn't like the English language that much.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
But for sure, let me know sometime if you guys would like something like that. We can also just try that for once. Because we already have a save file where we raced like 2, 3 times on maybe. In the versus career mode. And I'm driving for Alfa Romeo and he's driving for Alpine. So he is in a better car. And I took a long break, he didn't. So that's why we don't really play it anymore. But we still have a save file. We can also just start over. But no, for sure, let me know. I think he's down. I'm down as well, so. 2 seconds ahead of Verstappen by now. Okay. Casually drifting an F1 car. I have to say, I've never done something like that. It felt like my tires were going off. I seriously don't know how we just did that. I'm so proud of myself. That looked insane. I don't know if you can like play that back and look at my wheel, how I just did that. It was crazy. I was shaking the wheel back and forth to get the downforce to put us straight again. It didn't work, but we kept it horizontal until the corner came up. So we just got on the brakes and drove into the corner. We are catching some cars that are going to be lapped, I think. We might be able to. Since this is the last lap that we're heading into. This is the penultimate lap and we are going to start the final lap. But a Haas is in front of us.
Final lap of the race. Gap to teammate behind is 40.9 seconds.
we are indeed catching the House of Mazepin. So he needs to get out of the way, blue flags. And we spun because of the dirty air, because he just kept driving in front of us. So let's start that back again. And now barely go on the throttle and then power out. And we're going to keep him behind so he can hold up Verstappen. He should have plenty of fuel, yes. So that is a victory for the Williams team and Casper Ackermann.
Superb driving. That's the race win.
What a race for Casper Ackermann, proving the naysayers wrong with an emphatic performance. He'll be delighted by that podium finish.
Well, we all know he can do it. It's just been a while since he has. Great race from Ackermann and some much needed points for Williams.
So here they come now, with Williams leading the way to the podium. A hard-fought victory for the team today, and what I'm sure they'll savour. It's Williams, today's winners.
Look at those flags. The Dutch fans are going wild if something like this would happen in real life. Like, imagine two Dutch drivers both getting a podium. Like getting a 1-2
Fans really seem to enjoy
on their
that.
home Grand Prix.
Made it look easy.
A podium finish today, Casper. Here in front of your home crowd. How does it feel?
Yeah, even after a career as long as mine, I still want to continue to prove myself and remain competitive out there. A podium finish is an accomplishment for any driver, but it's all the sweeter when you can do it at home, so I'm very pleased.
And the fastest lap too today. Is that something you expected?
All the work the team does is to be the fastest out there. That's really the only goal. So yes, we did expect it. And we expect it from ourselves every single race. Whether or not we achieve it is another matter. But we're not surprised when we do well. That's what we're all working towards.
How is everything at Williams? Are spirits high? Is the team happy?
Yes, of course. We've had a bit of a bumpy start, but we're looking to rectify that, and thankfully we got a lot of races left, so we're looking forward to the season ahead. But the only thing you can ever really focus on is the next race. So that's what I'll be looking to do.
Appreciate your time.
Casper Ackermann put on a virtuoso performance at the Dutch Grand Prix with a podium finish in front of the home fans.
Hey man, great race today.
Thanks.
Nice one, Casper. Can't argue with that performance. Shame your teammate couldn't bring himself to congratulate you.
Nah, well, he's just a kid.
Kid who's getting signed by Mercedes.
So they say.
Never gonna happen.
Oh?
You keep a secret?
Yeah, sure.
I've been approached.
Really?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Keep it under your hat, but talks are going well. So you're gonna have to get on with Jackson for a little while longer.
Yeah, well, we get on fine.
That's not what I heard.
Yeah?
I was chatting with one of your mechanics. He had some very interesting things to say about Jackson. You know what his problem is, don't you?
Go on.
Thinks you're getting too old. Says you're not fast enough anymore.
Too old?
Hey, mate, his words, not mine. You want my advice? Prove him wrong. He should respect you, like I do. Great race out there today, buddy. Yeah? Ciao.
So we can already see Devin Butler trying to put the two Williams teammates against each other. In the first race of this career mode, well, second, because the first one was an F2, but the first F1 race, Devin Butler dive bombed us and he approached Aiden Jackson, trying to put the pressure on Aiden in his Silverstone home Grand Prix. Little things like that. He's trying to play the good guy, but he is quite clearly trying to sabotage Williams. As we are getting a call from our wife, so let's listen what she has to say.
Hey,
Hey, Lily's dancing in the garage. It's hilarious. Can you come?
just catching up on a few things.
Sure. Hey, I booked us a restaurant for tonight.
What about Lily?
Your mother's happy to take care of her.
Great, then I can't wait.
Reason to celebrate, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Zoe. See you later.
Bye.
So they are going out to eat. And we are getting another call from our teammate Aiden Jackson.
Yeah?
Casper, I missed you just now.
What do you want?
I just wanted to say congratulations for today. That was some race.
I'm busy, Aiden.
Oh, sure.
Bye.
So I don't know if you should do another one. I think I'll just do one more. This will probably be Belgium, if I don't... No, it's Canadian. So this will be the last race for today's stream. Chapter 10. With several laps remaining, Williams looks to be in a favorable position with both of its drivers in the points. Casper Ackerman continues to push forward, but his teammate Aiden Jackson is continuing to gain ground on him.
Casper Jackson is faster than you. We need you to let him pass. Do you copy, Casper? Let Jackson pass, please.
I don't understand.
You can have the place back if you can't pull away.
Is he lapping quicker?
Yeah. He's behind you, Casper. Confirm you'll let him pass, please.
No, he's not close enough.
Come on, Casper.
Casper, don't do this.
He's not faster.
This is a team order. Do you copy, Casper?
He's not faster.
So our objective will probably be to keep Jackson behind for the remainder of this race, which will be hard because he looks really quickly in the mirrors.
The car in front is 2.8 seconds.
We have full ERS, but he is DRS. Show him the outside, defend on the inside. I don't know why, but the car is really understeery for some reason. We didn't have that last race, so maybe it's the setup. On the apex, and traction out, ERS activated.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Okay, let's go. Don't let Jackson pass is the objective. I feel so confident with these new camera settings. I don't know if I'm actually quicker. Like I tried it on Italy, on Monza, and I just became half a second faster than the lap I did with the old camera settings, the stock ones. I don't know why, it's just, it feels really good. You don't have any camera shakes, it feels really balanced. It's weird. We got a lot of wheel spin because we want the traction out as quick as we can to keep Jackson out of DRS. That's what I mean when I feel hella confident. I'll just throw it over the apexes.
Concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. The gap to the car ahead is 1.8 seconds.
We overshot by quite a big margin in that corner, but we recovered, it's all good. So I'm catching Norris and Norris is catching Leclerc ahead. We are starting to pull away from Aiden Jackson. I think after this lap we will be in the DRS.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
We didn't quite get the DRS, but he didn't get it off of Leclerc either, so I don't know why I just kept turning my wheel. I don't know what I did with it. I just kept it to the right, even when I was starting to accelerate. And okay, this time I had a straight, so that was just a lot of wheel spin. Why can I not make that corner? There we go. But I lost like 4/10 to Lando Norris now because of that. Yeah, we're not going to have DRS.
This is your final lap of the race.
We are probably not going to overtake Norris. I'm going to push as hard as I can now.
This is your final lap of the race.
That's not an answer, Jeff. I need to know if I have damage to know if I can push or not. How? I was in 4th gear. How did I spin? 4th gear and almost no traction. Almost no traction, almost no wheel spin. Come on, in the DRS, let's go. Open it and just throw it down the inside. We don't have any ERS anymore. Completely destroy our underbody, but we got Lando Norris in the end.
Take care of the car on the way in.
You've got to ask yourself just what's going on behind the scenes at Williams. This rivalry between the two drivers, it's simply not going away.
You wonder how many more points they're going to squander. I think Williams have got a real problem here that they need to deal with. I don't know how, but they've got to address it.
You think of what happened in Mexico last season. The two drivers took each other out of the race completely. How long before we see a repeat of that? As you so rightly say, Ant, something's clearly not right over there. Mercedes are on top 4.
Same podium.
What was that? Hey! Just leave it. No! Just talk to me for once! Just let go. Back off! Why do you have to be like this? Oh, so I'm the problem! You won't let me pass! You won't even talk to me! You want respect, you give respect! That's how it works! How about you give me a little respect? How about you earn it first? How am I supposed to do that? I'm all ears! You give me space out there. What's your problem? I'm trying to win. Oh, and that makes you special? You're a nightmare, Casper. Well, you won't have to put up with me for much longer. What's that supposed to mean? I am sick and tired of all this. I'm done. You what? I'm retiring. Wait. What? Casper! Casper! Wait. What? Casper! Casper!
Chapter 11. The Canadian Grand Prix appeared to be the nadir of Ackerman and Jackson's relationship. With footage of the altercation going viral, Williams are hoping that both drivers can start to move past it over the course of the Australian Grand Prix and prevent this season from ending in a similar fashion to their last one. So Aiden Jackson and everyone in the world now knows that Ackerman is indeed going to retire after this season. After they had a big fight and someone in the paddock recorded the entire conflict. Some of you might guess who that person is. We've seen him / her a couple of times already, and we've been fighting them sometimes. The next race will be on the Red Bull Ring, so we'll see how that goes on the next stream, because I am going to quit for today. So I hope you all enjoyed it. I might see you in the next race, the next stream. And yeah, I'll see you all later. Have a great day.